and others distinguished guests from BIMRAD as well as from SAMDeS. Most welcome to this event, a great event, MoU, Memorandum of Understanding Signing ceremony between BIMRAD and SAMDeS. At the beginning, although it was not in the program, I will still read the program. It was first is the opening address by Chairman SAMDeS and followed by Chairman BIMRAD, and then founder members SAMDeS and myself. I'm the Director General BIMRAD. We'll have a small remarks, and then we'll have a signing of Memorandum of Understanding. Advisor from BIMRAD will have a closing remarks and then vote of thanks by the Secretary SAMDeS. So I requested initially, although it was not in the program, that we have distinguished guests. In fact, we don't know each other. So I will request Secretary SAMDeS, you conduct the introduction session from your side, and then I will request our side. Thanks very much.
Namaskar to everybody, and it's a momentous day for all of us. So we are very delighted to be here together. And from SAMDeS, we have all our founding members except for two who have some domestic commitments. From our side, of course, we have Admiral Dhovan, the former Chief of the Naval Staff, and the Chairman of the National Maritime Foundation, and presently our Chairman of SAMDeS, who is present with us today. Our other founder members are Air Marshal Bhavnani, a very distinguished officer from the Indian Air Force, and with a great deal of background in the private sector, and has been one of the pillars of building the Indian aerospace industry through his various contributions in the private sector. We are indeed privileged to have Air Marshal Bhavnani with us today. We also have Dr. R.K. Tyagi, my senior from IIT Roorkee, and I hold him in greatest esteem for his really sort of vision that he has for building the Indian ecosystem here, particularly on developing partnership models with our regional partners. So it is for a common good. We should be shortly joined with General Lamba, who's been the former Vice Chief of Army Staff. He had promised he would be there. Maybe he's got a connectivity issue, but he should be joining us. He's also one of our founding members. And we also have Admiral Muralidharan, who was our Director General Coast Guard. And if I might say, I'm privileged to have him. Namaskar, sir, and all the very best for joining this session. He now heads a lot of assignments, including he was the member of the Armed Forces Tribunal for several years, and his contribution in that sector is well known, I think, across the entire armed forces in India. So this is our team, and I think we have some space later on for our founder members to say a few remarks as the session progresses. Over to you, sir. DG, sir. It's all with you now, sir.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Sudhir Samadhi, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, allow me to also introduce myself. I'm the Commodore Qazi Imdadul Haq. First name is Qazi, is better to address. And I am a retired naval officer. Now I am the Director General BIMRAD. So I will, I think I will start with our Admiral Nizam, because he is very well known. Everybody knows him. So I guess it doesn't need any more introduction. So we have our distinguished some advisors and founding members of BIMRAD. And I'll start with Dr. Imtiaz Ahmed, who is a professor from the Dhaka University. He's a very distinguished career at present in Bangladesh and on board and also abroad. We have Dr. Mizanur Rahman. Doctor means he is by profession a doctor, but he is in fact very heavily involved with Bangladesh Navy. Dr. Manzoor, raise your hand, please. I'll request you to raise your hand and say hello. He is he's an advisor of our BIMRAD, and he regularly takes part in our meeting. We have our founding member, also the retired Rear Admiral Awal. Sir, please raise your hand, sir. Awal, sir, have you got freeze? Awal, sir, raise your hand, please, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. He was he is our founding member, and he is also a distinguished career. We have also advisor, Rear Admiral Qazi Sarwar Hussain. He is a regular member of BIMRAD. Rear Admiral Sarwar, please. He has also a very distinguished career, and along with he is a very well-renowned diver. He was a diver in the Navy. So next we have Captain Shamim Khan Patan. He was the admin doing admin work in BIMRAD. And along with him, serving officer, we have Commander Rashid. You can see him. Rashid, please raise your hand. Okay, he is also attached with BIMRAD, and Navy was very kind enough to attach what serving officers. And then also we have some research officers. Actually, I forgot because I didn't see the face of Ambassador Tariq Karim. Sir, where are you? Sir, okay. Sir, sorry, sir, please. He is Ambassador Tariq Karim, very renowned and distinguished career officer, and he is now the senior fellow of Bay of Bengal Initiative. And we had a very fruitful 4 days seminar just finished along with the BIMRAD, IUB, and ICAT. And then we have 3 research officers with us. I can see one is Hosne Nasreen. Okay, thank you, Hosne Nasreen. And then Afifat Ritika. Okay, and Rubiata, where are you? I don't see you. Mizan Shaib, are you there? Mr. Mizanur Rahman? I can see. Anyway, so sorry, I took some time to introduce our members, those who participated. So according to the program, I will now request Chairman SAMDeS to deliver his opening remarks. Chairman SAMDeS, Admiral Dhawan sir, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Commodore Qazi. Admiral Nizamuddin, former Chief of Bangladesh Navy and the current Chairman of BIMRAD, the Bangladesh Institute of Maritime Research and Development, Commodore Qazi, the Director General of BIMRAD, distinguished participants, founder members from BIMRAD, my colleagues from SAMDeS, the Society for Aerospace, Maritime and Defense Studies. In terms of our founder members who are here, we have Air Marshal Bhavnani, Lieutenant Amba, my coursemate, and also a distinguished member of SAMDeS, Vice Admiral Muralidharan, our Commodore Samadar, who looks after every aspect of SAMDeS, our other distinguished members, our mentors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is indeed a historic day, and this is a historic moment because we are about to strengthen the partnerships. And personally for me, I am going to be strengthening partnerships with an old friend, Admiral Nizamuddin, who I had the privilege to serve when we were both chiefs of our respective navies. It is also the day when we will be strengthening the partnership between two great organizations, BIMRAD and SAMDeS, both young, at the same time punching well above our weight in terms of the scope and the spectrum of activities that we handle. And also, this is the beginning of the partnership uh, through our two organizations between our two great countries, which are not only maritime neighbors, but we are linked in history and heritage and culture, and with contiguous coastlines, the land boundaries, and the contiguous waters and the rivers that we share between our great countries. So I think it's a great day when we have decided to take on the signing of this MoU between these two organizations. I must mention a word or two of the initiative that Admiral Nizamuddin has taken and how quickly he responded to the request to make this MoU a reality today. But then acting with alacrity and speed has always been his forte. I remember that I was invited to Bangladesh in, I think, 2017, sometime June, July, for a conference. And during that conference, we had some discussions. Chief of the, and that is when we spoke about setting up BIMRAD, and he had some thoughts on it. And lo and behold, a few months later, I was invited by him for an international conference. Not only had BIMRAD been set up, but he was actually holding an international conference, which was an amazing conference. And that is the speed and alacrity with which he works. So I'm delighted that today SAMDeS is being associated and will be signing an MoU with BIMRAD, and I'm sure that this is only the beginning of a great partnership where we will be able to look into various aspects of maritime cooperation between our two countries, which there is tremendous scope about for. And it's not only in the field of shipbuilding, in the fisheries, in the harnessing of the blue economy, for which both the countries have signed an MoU already, but also in the fields related to defense. And we are hopeful that we will be able to actually extend this cooperation into different areas, such as defense exports, of which we talked about during our last webinar that we had. SAMDeS, as you all know, is a small organization, a very young organization, but we try to punch a little well above our weight. We have our founder members who bring in decades of experience and in different fields. And this extends across the entire defense ecosystem of India. One of the objectives of SAMDeS is to assist in developing and sustaining an indigenous defense. And therefore, our endeavor to see that we will work together towards joint programs in this particular field with Bangladesh, and so that we can have many, many avenues of cooperation which are mutually beneficial between our two great countries. And we can act as the channel to provide the catalyst for enhancing this cooperation. I'm sure that the teams on both sides, to whom I must firstly compliment, both the team at BIMRAD and the team at SAMDeS, for actually putting together this MoU, which will now pave the way. And while the MoU describes in great detail the extent of our cooperation, what I would suggest is that we need to actually outline specific tasks that we intend to take on, let us say, during the first year or two. And this should clearly outline which are the areas that these two organizations would like to cooperate in, conduct of seminars, joint studies, and so on, even looking into what we discussed last time, the joint program for design and construction of warships. So we should have a clear-cut timeline and an action plan so that we can actually move together in a meaningful manner and not only strengthen the partnership, but also work towards enhancing the cooperation between our two great countries. So once again, I would like to thank Admiral Nizamuddin and congratulate the teams on both sides for putting together this MOU, which I'm sure is going to pave the way for enhancing the cooperation between our organizations and between our two great countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Admiral Dhawan, sir, for your very encouraging and enlightening speech. I will request now Chairman BIMRAD, Admiral Nizam, for his opening remarks. Admiral Nizam.
Thank you, DG BIMRAD. Respected Admiral R.K. Dhawan, Chairman SAMDeS, former Chief of Naval Staff and former Chairman of National Maritime Foundation, founding members of BIMRAD and SAMDeS, and very distinguished guests from India and Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to all of you. I warmly welcome all of you to today's MoU signing program between Society for Aerospace, Maritime and Defense Studies, SAMDeS, and Bangladesh Institute of Maritime Research and Development, this is BIMRAD. I totally agree with Admiral Dhawan that today is a very, very significant day and historic day for both of our organizations. BIMRAD was established in July 2018, and we have completed just 2 years of our journey. I gratefully acknowledge the advice and support that provided by Admiral R.K. Dhawan at the initial stage of forming up our BIMRAD. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate Admiral Dhawan. BIMRAD is a unique institution in Bangladesh, a place of think tank, which conducts research on maritime affairs, security, exploration and conservation of sea resources, maritime science and technology, maritime tourism, maritime pollution, biodiversity, ecology, coastal disaster, coastal renewable energy, climate change impact, food security, and so on. I am really impressed to see a good number of bright shining stars associated with SAMDeS as a think tank. I highly appreciate their presence. SAMDeS is India's key non-profit think tank, which aims to promote multidisciplinary research and analysis to inspire and inform the public and private policy discourse on aerospace, defense, military, and maritime matters. I am very proud to mention today that India and Bangladesh are having an excellent relationship. We have got many things common. We need to work together to keep Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean safe. We should work unitedly using our expertise and technology to harness our living and non-living resources from. At the same time, I think we need to strengthen our strength to protect our water from traditional and non-traditional threats. Today, we are going to sign the MOU, which will open avenues to exchange views, joint seminars, webinars, workshops, and also carry out joint researches in the field of maritime, security, and technology. Thanks to SAMDeS for providing us these opportunities. Before I conclude, I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks once again to all of you from Bangladesh and India for joining today's program. And I especially thank the team who worked hard from both the organizations to make this program successful. I wish fair weather and following sea through the entire journey of partnership between SAMDeS and BIMRAD. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Chairman BIMRAD, Admiral Nizam. Thanks for your also enlightening speech. That's how we now have come to the end of the speech of both the chairmen. Now I will request A short speech will be given by founder member SAMDeS. Founder member SAMDeS.
So may I now request Air Marshal Bhavnani, our former Vice Chief of Air Staff and also India's first CNC of the Strategic Forces Command, to kindly say a few words as our founder member.
Sujit, can you hear me?
Sir, you are loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, gentlemen. It's indeed a rare privilege for all of us to be attending this MoU session, and having heard the very encouraging remarks of the two chairmen, I believe that there is no doubt that this cooperation and this engagement between BIMRAD and SAMDeS will go a long way in bringing the two organizations together, and also bringing our two friendly nations together and moving forward in our development and our work as a team. I'd like to specifically congratulate Admiral Nizamuddin and Admiral Dhawan for this, for their initiative, and the fact that they have so much in common together, I think will only stimulate our work as a team, and I'm sure take it forward for the benefit of both SAMDeS as well as BIMRAD, and for the two nations. I'd like to wish you all great strides forward, and I'm sure this engagement and this cooperation will bring very positive and beneficial results. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now request General Lamba, who has just joined us as our founder member, to kindly say a few words to support this initiative today. Lamba, sir.
Yeah, I need to. Good morning, everyone. What a pleasure it is to see this day between India and Bangladesh. Admiral Dhawan and others have said enough, but I think I need to pitch in the army component, and that is, I see there is a lot of combination that's possible, cooperation that's possible in defense system. And defense system is one way we go along, do something together. That's the common need of South Asia. And I think few suggestions have already come in, but I'm a veteran of the 1971 war in December 1971, and I have a very special emotional attachment to this MoU that is being signed. I see Bangladesh with pride and joy that you are where you are here, and we are here today partnering with you to take a common cause forward, and the common cause is peace and stability. I'll be happy to suggest many other things from the land systems that can be a common convergence, and I'm sure something like drones in the near future would be something which has a multiple use, not only just for defense, but agriculture, for monitoring water in the river systems, and so on. And now these systems are so important today. We look forward for a chance to suggest that in the near future. Thank you, and I'm sure this is just the beginning of a larger perspective unfolding between two very close neighbors whose not only geography, but history binds them closely together. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Can I now request Dr. Tyagi to make some very brief comments as we are running out of time, and then after that to our mentor, Admiral Muralidharan, to say a few words, please.
Good morning, all SAMDeS, and Adawar Jai, Salam Alaikum, our all friends from Bangladesh. And Admiral Dhawan and Admiral Nizam, they both are institutional leaders. In fact, they create institutions. And मुझे इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करके आज ज़्यादा खुशी इसलिए है कि जब मैं बच्चा होता था तो मेरे फादर बताया करते थे कि भाई कुछ डिकेड्स पहले हम और बांग्लादेश एक ही देश होते थे, और अभी भी कल्चरली, हिस्टोरिकली और दिल से हम लोग एक दूसरे के बहुत करीब हैं। मेरे ख्याल से हिंदुस्तान के जितने अच्छे रिलेशंस बांग्लादेश के साथ रहे हैं, शायद ही किसी और पड़ोसी मुल्क के साथ रहे हैं। तो सिनर्जी है, विन विन सिचुएशन है। हम अच्छा करेंगे, बांग्ला रीजन की तरक्की होगी। और जैसे कि हम सब देख रहे हैं कि बांग्लादेश एक बहुत ही कामयाब मैरीटाइम नेशन के रूप में उभर के सामने आ रहा है। हम लोग मिलके उसमें सहयोग देंगे और मेरे ख्याल से सिनर्जी टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में मैरीटाइम, एग्रीकल्चर, डिफेंस, एरोस्पेस, इनफैक्ट even sky is not the limit between these two countries. So best wishes. सब लोगों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और धन्यवाद, स्पेशली बांग्लादेश टीम का कि हम लोग इकट्ठे आके और दोनों देशों को आगे बढ़ाने की दिशा में कुछ कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you.
Thank you.
Admiral Nizamuddin, Admiral Dhawan, other distinguished members of BIMRAD as well as SAMDeS. It's indeed I'm extremely fortunate to be present today on this historic occasion where both our nations and in a way through both the think tanks, we are joining hands once again to ensure progress and development in the maritime and the military and other joint fields of both our nations. I wish the endeavors all success, and to borrow a naval parlance, I think we will pull together to achieve success. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Over to DG BIMRAD, sir. If you could also request your founder members to say a few words.
Thank you. Thanks very much, sir. Sir. Thank you very much, sir. And a very encouraging word. I am really feeling very encouraged with the speech of given by the Taigi sir, and also the Admiral Muralidharan sir, and where is okay, Lamba sir. Today's morning is really I'm encouraging. Today morning, I was reading India's newspaper where they have been highly appreciating Bangladesh initiative for defeating India in per capita income, in GDP. In 2020, Bangladesh has increased by 4.3% and India has been decreased by 10%. So they have been, these Indian papers, they have been praising the Bangladesh initiative. And of course, the 2021 will be another very highly prospective for India. Of course, it was their prediction. So we both prosper with our cooperation. Thank you. Thanks very much for your encouraging words. So we have also some distinguished guests have joined from BIMRAD side, and I will also request them to say a few words. To start with, Sir, Dr. Imtiaz, sir, are you there?
Yes,
sir. A few words, sir.
Yes, I'm there. Thank you very much. I was almost way out. I have another pre-schedule conference to attend. I'm really sorry that I have to delink myself in 30 seconds or so. But congratulations to both the organization. Let's work, I think. There are areas for work. I remember when Admiral Dhawan came, we talked about it at length. And I see possibilities of, having, introducing certificate courses, which both BIMRAD and SAMDeS can jointly do. Now that the Zoom link and all these links have become the new normal, let's take this as an opportunity and work together and make the MoU a success so that 1 year from now, when we meet, we can say that we made a historic decision of signing this MoU. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Imtiaz, sir. Thanks for your precious time. Possibly, if you have some other commitment, please go ahead. Thanks very much for your precious time, sir. So, Ambassador Tariq Karim, sir, would you like to say a few words?
With pleasure, Commodore
Yes,
Imdad. It's a pleasure for me to be here to witness this yet another historic coming together of our two neighboring countries. We are joined together at the hips, so to say, by history, shared geography. My own interests, we are also, I consider the organization I represent as a partner because BIMRAD and us, we signed an MoU just a month ago. And so by extension, with your organization, SAMDeS, I think we are one step removed partner also. The Bay of Bengal is extremely important for all of us. India has 4 important states whose coastlines are washed by the Bay of Bengal, and the whole entire coastline of Bangladesh is washed by the Bay of Bengal, and we have much to cooperate on. And as SAMDeS brings together not just the Navy, but aerospace and defense, it's not just security, but a lot of other things. So I congratulate you on this endeavor, and I look forward to being associated in
initiatives in the future
with my organization. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Tariq Karim, sir, for your nice, kind word. Sir, we have the founder member, Rear Admiral Awal, sir. Would you like to say a few words, sir, on this occasion? Sir, microphone, sir. No, sir. Sir, microphone. স্যার বোধহয় সাউন্ডের প্রবলেম আছে মনে হয় না স্যার can't hear you. Okay, sir, try to adjust the microphone. No, sir, can't hear you, sir. Adjust the microphone. Meanwhile, I will request Dr. Manzoor say a few words, please.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, Commander Kazi. I was not really expecting to say anything, more listening. My expertise,
you are in London. You are in London having very early morning tea. Please mention that.
Yes, I'm joining from the UK, where it is fairly early morning, and COVID disaster unfolding. Almost 20,000 cases yesterday. As I was saying, I hope my expertise, because somebody mentioned that I used to be a medical doctor, I used to be a pathologist, and the pathologist usually gets called in to find out what went wrong. So I hope my expertise is not called ever in this glorious MoU that is being signed. And congratulations to everybody. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Manzoor.
Thank you.
Sir, also, is it okay, sir? You can hear us, we understand, but we can't hear you, sir.
Hear me now?
Yes, sir. You can hear you, sir.
Okay.
It is sound, sir. Please, sir. Ekটু sound আর একটু বাড়ানো যায়?
That's the thing that I have.
Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
Am I audible?
We can hear you, but a little low.
Okay. No. Anyway, Chairman BIMRAD, Chairman SAMDeS, and distinguished participants. Am I audible now?
Sir, yeah. Audible, sir.
Okay. Good morning and assalamu alaikum. Congratulations for the MoU that is to be signed now. It's a great occasion. As Admiral Nizam was mentioning, there was a sailing boat behind Admiral Dhawan. So this sailing boat is indicative of what was earlier, the great connectivity in our region. Our entire region, South Asia, Southeast Asia, and particularly in our area, during the sailing era, we were connected and we had been doing, great deal of commerce. So that was the time. And then with the, advent of technology and modern shipping, we lost that connectivity. Now, in the scope of our cooperation, as we move ahead between our two organizations in the days to come, I think one of the areas, the blue economy, that will figure out the most. And what we have in our hand, the tangible, is our connectivity in terms of transshipment, in terms of coastal shipping. So this is the area where we should concentrate on the types of shipping that will be required. Because we have our agreement signed between our two countries 2015, but progress is not there because there has to be ship, there has to be cargo, and there has to be the private sector doing the business between these two countries. So these areas need to come under research, and particularly the type of shipping that is required for this transshipment and coastal shipping. It has to be looked into. And also other areas of blue economy that we can share our experiences and see that how we can cooperate. So with that, I wish best of luck for the MOU to be signed and greater cooperation between the two organizations, which are, as mentioned, is punching above the belt, and we continue to do so. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening words. Rear Admiral Lawal, sir. Thank you very much, sir. With this, we come to the end of our short speech discussion from the distinguished guests, participant guests. So our main event is the signing of MOU. We have agreed upon between BIMRAD and SAMDeS on certain area to work with. So just to mention a few areas of cooperation which we agreed upon. One of the important areas is the research activities on maritime issues, including marine resources management, marine pollution control in the Bay of Bengal areas, and all these issues. Blue economic concept in the Indian Ocean region is another important aspect of cooperation. Identification of potential areas of collaboration for co-design, co-development. This is also another area. And then sharing of research information and materials between two organizations. Sharing of journal, libraries, ebooks. This is also another area of cooperation. The most important area I found the joint and collaborative scientific or technical research project in the field of maritime related sector. So this is one of the important area where both the institute we can work together. Another issue, what is the inventions of exchange of visit by officials, researchers for attending seminars, conference, etc. This is the one. And also organization of joint academic and scientific activities such as training, courses, conference, seminars to be organized by both BIMRAD and SAMDeS. Joint research on maritime infrastructure like shipyard, including shipbuilding, ship repair, ship recycling industry, which is another aspect of maritime area where both organization has a lot to cooperate. But last but not the least, the scope is not limited to within the scope. So we can cooperate in many other areas as decided by two institutions. So I will now request Suzy Samadar sir to sign our memorandum of understanding. So I will sign and you will sign, and then we will show the signing pages. So sir, are you there, sir? Suzy Samadar sir? Okay, sir. So I will say. guess I'll show you. So this is yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks both the team and both group. Thank you very much. We have signed our MOU in presence of all distinguished guests. We are highly honored. At this stage, I'll request our advisor, BIMRAD, to say a few words as closing remarks. Advisor Red Melkazi Sarwar, floor is yours.
Thank you, Commander Hawk. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Yes. Chairman SAMDeS, Admiral Dhawan, Chairman BIMRAD, Admiral Nizam, distinguished luminaries from SAMDeS, respected audiences from Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum, namaste. I feel extremely humbled to be able to make a closing remarks on such a historic day in front of so many luminaries from SAMDeS who are shining star, as it was mentioned by DG, who are shining star by their merits and also by their rights. One of the luminary being Admiral Murali Dharan. Admiral Murali Dharan, sir, he was my DS in the Staff College in Wellington. Admiral, sir, is such a wonderful in Bangladesh, across all generation. Liberation War is an epitome of reverence, respect, and a source of inspiration for all of us. So we do hold these veterans and also the administration of India at a very high esteem for their support in our war of liberation. General Lamba, we are truly indebted for your contribution in bringing Bangladesh into what it is today. Thank you, sir. I take a cue from Commodore Haq, who said about the per capita GDP Bangladesh crossing India in probably this year and probably next year. But I can say with all fairness that because of the journey that we have gone through economically and the progress that we made, we gratefully acknowledge the contribution of India also, who is our biggest trading partner. In all our steps when we're a young nation, in all the baby steps that we took for our progress, we had India on our side. So we are grateful for all the contribution that the Indian government, the Indian military and the academia that has extended to Bangladesh. Today is indeed a very historic day, and we are signing this memorandum of understanding between two of our greatest think tank institution, BIMRAD and SAMDeS. I guess I will not talk much except to say that on behalf of our chairman and on behalf of all the members of Bangladesh Institute of Maritime Research and Development, I take this opportunity to express our deepest gratitude and warmest thanks to all the distinguished luminaries from SAMDeS and also all the respected audiences for Bangladesh for giving us inspiration by joining in these digital event of signing the MOU between our two institutions. Sir, we are all truly inspired, encouraged, and shall remain ever indebted for your ceaseless inspiration in our growth together as a partner between SAMDeS and BIMRAD. Before I end, I would just like to make a very quick 2 points on which is very close to my heart. As it was mentioned that I'm a diver. I have been a deep sea diver for very long. And there are two issues that are very close to my heart, and I wish as a partner, BIMRAD and SAMDeS would continue research on this. One of these is the marine biodiversity. Because of the climate change and the ongoing pollution that we are making and the nature is making, there is a tremendous amount of degradation of the marine biodiversity of, especially of Bay of Bengal and also of the Indian Ocean. I see a growing field here where our two institutions can conduct joint research. We can conduct seminar, webinars, and also we can conduct, as Dr. Imtiaz mentioned, certified courses and also package training that we are contemplating to conduct between two of our institutions. Another issue is, of course, we all know about the Maritime Global Commons. This is going to become a very important dimension in the new normal situation after the COVID-19, when it will end, and hopefully it will end sometime. And I see a growing field there also, research between BIMRAD and SAMDeS. We are looking forward for a continued progress between our two institutions. And finally, it is left to me as an advisor of BIMRAD to express once again our heartfelt thanks and deepest gratitude to all the luminaries of SAMDeS and also all the distinguished audience from Bangladesh. Thank you once again. Let's all of us stay safe and healthy. Thank you, and namaskar again.
Thanks very much, Admiral Qazi Sarwar Hussain, advisor BIMRAD, for your very thought-provoking and enlightening advice and cooperation between two organizations. And surely all these distinguished guests, they all hoped that this cooperation will continue, and we will not allow our just signed MOU to gather dust. Definitely, we are going to start some kind of cooperation, and we may begin with some kind of webinar, project, training, courses, hopefully. Thanks very much. Thank you all. At this last stage, I will request Sujit Samadar sir, floor is yours for your last words. Thank you very much, sir.
Admiral Nizam sir, Admiral Dhawan sir, our co-chairs for today's seminal event, which is probably lays out a completely new path for cooperation between our two countries in a variety of areas. So my very grateful thanks to both of you for showing us this path on which we, as your soldiers and sailors, will tread this path with the direction that you have given us. My grateful thanks to both of you, sir, for joining today's event. I also have to record the thanks that I must definitely express to the team at BIMRAD, your advisor, your mentors, and a very luminous set of dignitaries who have decided to join us for this event. And I'm sure in the future, we'll benefit from their guidance, and they will tell us how to take this partnership to newer heights. I'm very, very grateful to the team from BIMRAD to have joined this seminar today. On our side, we also have the privilege of having our mentors and distinguished members who have joined us, who have taken time out from their busy schedules to join us on the seminar event. My grateful thanks to my founder members and our distinguished mentor who have joined us this day. We should also recognize that we also have the next generation with us, and they are going to be the real soldiers in our quest for this cooperation. And my grateful thanks to each and every one of these young researchers from BIMRAD who have joined us for today. I'm very, very thankful to you for joining us today. And we look forward to working together with you on finding new projects and new ways by which our cooperation between our two countries can scale newer heights. At the end, I must also share one secret that I'm actually a Bangladeshi for since 10th century AD. That's when I remember my family history. We are Mukhopadhyas, and then we became Samaddas from Baghdad. And it's only 3 generations ago we came to India. My great-great-grandfather set up the first girls' high school in a place near Baghdad. I forget the name now. At some stage, I hope I can go and see that school because my Pishi was the first student of that high school some 100 years ago or something. So I have a lot of connect with Bangladesh, and I certainly look forward to teaming more. Very important points have been brought out by our DG and by our advisor on areas of cooperation, particularly on biodiversity in the IOR, Maritime Global Commons. And from my own side, I only wish to add one point, if I may, with my permission of my chair and co-chair, is that the next year, the chairmanship of the IORA particularly leveraging the strengths of India in space technologies, in surveillance technologies, in data science, in artificial intelligence. All of these strengths that India has must be combined with the strengths that Bangladesh has. And together we should put up a proposal for consideration of the IORA summit meeting next year, where Bangladesh will be chaired. This gives us a timeline. We have lots of work to do, but it can be a very interesting proposition, which I might request our two chairs and co-chairs to kindly support and guide us in this effort if it meets their approval. In the end, I must thank all the organizers behind it, particularly our DG Saab, who has done an exceptionally great job of putting together this whole event. And my grateful thanks to you, sir, for putting this together in a very seamless and efficient way. And
we all did it together.
Yes, but thank you very much for that. And at the end, I have to thank everybody for taking time off for joining this meeting. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you very much, Sajid Samadar sir. Thanks both the chairman and also distinguished personalities, those who have taken part today. Thanks very much for your participation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Admiral Dhawan sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
What a
much.
pleasure.
What a pleasure to be here.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you and
Thank you,
goodbye.
everybody.
Thank
It
you.
was so wonderful to see you, and glad you remembered those days.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir Muralidharan sir, we could not meet you, so we will meet you future and then we will remember.
Yeah, definitely.
A personal thanks for remembering that we were part of the Bangladesh war as a second lieutenant in 1971 in the BIMRAD, Jessore, Khulna sector. It was, memories are fresh, and it was 2010 that your Independence Day, we were back again. I was back as Vice Chief of Army Staff when we visited 2011, after about 40 years of independence. Great. Thank you for remembering, sir. Honored to be remembered. Thank you.
Appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great event.
Thank you. মিজান সাহেব আপনি আছেন? হ্যালো মিজানুর রহমান। নাই। ওকে ঠিক আছে।